Woman kept chained up and tortured for months by so-called friends because they didn't like her anymore. Austin police responded to a call regarding a woman in distress who appeared to be restrained and calling for help on the 30th of October. A half-naked woman chained up allegedly by her friends claims she was tortured in the backyard of her home in Texas for months. The Austin Police Department responded to a call regarding a woman who was restrained and screaming for help on the 30th of October at around 9 a.m. local time. When officers arrived at the scene, the unnamed woman was naked from the waist down and was chained to a punching bag stand. The woman showed signs of physical distress and had visible injuries consistent with prolonged restraint, police said. Due to the conditions of the restraints, the force had to bring in the Austin Fire Department and Austin Travis County Emergency Medical Services to help cut through the heavy metal links. And emergency services then took the woman to the local hospital for evaluation and treatment. While officers were assisting the woman, multiple adults began leaving the residence, the force added. Those individuals were detained while officers secured the scene to ensure there were no additional victims or potential threats inside. They noted that the 3 young children located at the property were safely removed and placed in the care of Child Protective Services for safety and support. Preliminary information gathered at the scene, including interviews and evidence, indicates that multiple adults living at the residence were involved in restraining and insulting the victim over a period of time. The 5 adults in the property, Michelle Gia, 51, Crystal Garcia, 21, Michelle Carney, 32, Johan Pablo Costo, 30, and Maynard Lefevers, 21, were arrested and charged with aggravated kidnapping, aggravated assault, injury to elderly or disabled, and unlawful restraint. According to the affidavit reported by the Statesman, the victim said the night before she was found that she was shot with a BB gun because she had got in trouble. As a punishment, she was left half naked outside overnight. One day they decided they didn't like her anymore and no longer allowed her to leave. The affidavit of the victim reads. Meanwhile, suspect Michelle Garcia told police she limited her meal to 1 a day because she had gotten too chunky. Castro, who is Carney's husband, said to law enforcement, "I hate her," according to the affidavit, adding that he shot her because he didn't want to touch her. Castro's 4-year-old son claimed to the police that his father would shoot the woman whenever she was bad, while his mother washed. Each suspect is detained in the Travis County Jail on $305,000 bail. Not sounding like I'm victim blaming, because I'm not doing that whatsoever. It does make me wonder why this victim was even friends with these individuals in the first place, because they don't sound like a healthy bunch of individuals whatsoever. Clearly the stories could indicate of that. You know, given that they chained her up to a boxing bag, half naked as well, I might add. One of them only fed her like 1 meal a day. One of them shot the victim with a BB gun in front of their son, I might add as well. And obviously we don't know anything about this woman, at least I don't anyway, from what I gathered from this story. There's no real information about this woman. Any of her background information, how she began to know these people, and so on and so forth. However, regardless of all that, it's good to know that she is okay, despite the injuries that she suffered from these horrible individuals, who, in my opinion, should never see the light of day again. It's good to know that she is okay, and she's able to probably make a full recovery at some point. Obviously, we can never get inside the mind of individuals who do sick and horrible shit to the people they love, or random individuals in general. We can never understand the possibility of what is going through their heads. Obviously, the first thing that comes to our mind is mental health. You know, you grew up in a bad neighborhood or your parents did not love you enough as a kid. That also goes into mental health, who knows. But like I said, thankfully the victim is okay. I do have some questions as to why the fuck this woman was even friends with these people to begin with, but nonetheless, she is okay. But with that being said, please let me know your feelings down below. Have you heard of this story already? If so, what are your thoughts on this story? If you are discovering it for the first time through my podcast, then please also share your thoughts down below on what you think of the story, and the people involved in the story, and anything else that comes into your mind relating to the story. But with that being said, thank you very much for tuning in. Until next time, take care, stay safe, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye for now.